Path of Night is an actual play Vampire the Masquerade podcast set in the classic world of darkness. We're all friends, we're here to have fun, but our story can include graphic violence, drug use, sexual content, and other mature themes. We've talked at our table about safety, comfort, and consent both as players and storytellers. We know what to expect, we're all excited to be here, and we want you to feel the same, so listener discretion is advised. Now let's walk the Path of Night.
Last time on Path of Night, at Miles's Haven celebrating the new year and preparing to feed for the first time, Britta had a disturbing flashback regarding her previous life. Neil consulted with the stars to try and read the future and was quickly overwhelmed with visions of the horrors and tragedies to come. Wynn, Johnny, and Miles tried to coach Britta on feeding, but the young Storyteller got cold feet during her first conscious attempt, making a rookie Kindred mistake. After a long night, dawn drew near, and the coterie went to sleep for the day.
The next night when Neil wakes up, I'm going to call, I'm actually going to get my phone out of my pocket. I'm going to call my good buddy Dario.
You phone a friend and it rings a few times, but eventually he answers, "Hey."
It's, hey, it's not too late for you, is it?
Nah.
Yeah, I didn't think so. It's still early in the night.
Yeah. What's up?
You get a lot of ears on the street.
So they say?
Yeah, what? So I'm saying. Anyways.
I'm saying that it's a rumor.
There's a... Great. So I'm going to have a new crop pretty soon. In exchange, I thought maybe you could keep an eye out for somebody for me, kind of a troublemaker, maybe start some...
I love that you call it crop. Yeah.
I mean... Well, anyways...
who am I looking for?
There's this guy. I don't actually know his name. I should take
Great.
his bullet. He's pretty hard to miss, though. Bald, white guy. He's got like a snake tattoo. Probably gonna wear a cheap suit. He got shot yesterday, but that might not show.
I feel like if he's been shot, that's pretty easy to look up.
Yeah, he's not gonna go to the hospital. You know the drill. That's why I'm calling you.
Okay,
you know
so are you saying that this guy's some sort of one of my people or one of your people?
Neither, which is why I'm calling you, because I thought you would be just as interested in finding someone like this as I am.
Well, if this is the kind of guy that needs to avoid going to a hospital because he's been shot, he might be one of my kind of people.
He's one of your kind of people. He's not one of your people.
Okay, but Neil, I'm kind of asking you, is he one of my kind of people?
He's one of your kind of people.
I'm saying no, but I need to...
I'm saying, no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he's one of your kind of people, but he's not one of your people.
You sound like race?
No, I'm talking about gang, man.
I just fucking with you, Neil.
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. You're real wound up.
Okay.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put a lookout. I'll see what I find. A big fucking bald guy with a snake tattoo. You'd be surprised how common that is around here. I don't know why that is. But
this one might be holed up somewhere.
Oh, great. So he doesn't go outside? It's kind of...
Or he does. He's going to be acting a little erratic.
Neil, you're acting a little erratic.
Yeah, kind of like that.
So he's kind of like you?
For the next month or so.
So he's like one of your kind of guys?
Well, he's not one of my kind of guys. He's...
Neil, I'm still fucking with you. Oh, man. You're like my favorite white boy, you know that? Yeah, I'll do it. Okay, all right.
Okay. I don't know how to end these calls. I'll love you.
I'm gonna hang up.
Shit, I should have said that. Stupid, Neil. You shouldn't have said... don't end phone calls with "I love you," unless you're talking to your mom. What a dumb thing to say.
Johnny kind of giving you side glance and not really sure what to say. You good, buddy?
I did not know you were here.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny. How much of that phone call did you hear?
I don't know. About, not that kind of people. Where I just...
Oh, boy.
Listen into things that I'm not supposed to be listening to. Or maybe I am that kind of people. You that kind of people?
I don't know. He doesn't know what kind of people we are, obviously. That would be a breach of the masquerade. But he knows a certain kind of people, and... Whatever, man. I'm trying to find that ghoul.
Oh, it's that tight.
Yeah.
And you're calling your,
Connections.
Connections.
Why are you making air quotes? Yeah. He's one of my connections. He hooks me up with, favors and stuff. He's got ears out. I hook him up.
All right.
Why are you looking at me like that?
No reason.
All right, I'm going to go.
Love you.
Fuck you, Johnny.
And scene. Miles, when you're getting ready to head off to do errands, you do receive a message. It is a message from Upton Rollins, the prince. However, in this scenario, he seems to be referring to himself as Strategos Rollins. What this means to you is that you have been summoned for an objective that has been passed down within the clan. This is the directorate.
Got it.
The message is very simple. You and any armed retainers you possess are expected to head towards the western border of New Haven, where you will rendezvous with Upton Rollins and other members of your clan for the purposes of a meeting to see an important transaction resolved.
Okay. Armed members, you say my clan or coterie there, right?
This is not something other clans may participate in. This is directorate business.
Okay, so it's me coming armed,
You
essentially.
armed, your retainers armed, they're bringing their retainers armed.
Got it.
Pass out so many business cards.
Okay, I will inform Marcos that we have a thing to do and we need to gear up for action.
Marcos loads up the car with an SMG and some weapons just in case he needs to lend you support.
I get to bring the katana this time. Feel better already?
You ready your katana for war?
No.
Oh,
Boy.
so good. Katana and a machine pistol? Yeah? Yeah?
God, this is some fucking...
Tell me at least you're wearing the trench coat, too.
Of course.
Some
Yeah.
80s action
Yeah.
bullshit right
Yeah.
here.
Leather trench coat,
Well,
Probably some body armor this time.
when you arrive,
Straight to VHS.
everyone's in suits.
Right.
Like power suits.
I mean, that's given, but you wear this other stuff too.
And it would seem that Arabella Rollins and Upton Rollins are present. It's the three of you making up the Ventry that are present for this meeting.
Mm-hmm.
Each of them has brought 3 armed retainers. That
Showing off.
there's a pensiveness.
So they're very unsure.
Right. They're not showing off. Something's up. Upton kind of gives you a look. Come here. Now,
Strategos?
there has been a purchase that's been made. All we have to do is receive the purchase. However, we should warn you that this purchase was made from Norfolk.
Alright. Do you really think it's best to have me here, knowing that she's not super pleased with me at all right now?
It doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks of you. If your clan needs you, you'll be there.
Of course.
Very good. You guys kind of go to this really old lot that's been abandoned by the highway for probably quite some time. And 4 cars start pulling in from the other side, like the old school black Lincoln Town cars and a pair of black SUVs.
So unoriginal.
When they pull up, out of each vehicle, 4 people get out.
Alright.
And it seems that the followers of Set have brought a greater show of force than the Venture have.
I mean, yeah. Otherwise it'd be super outclassed.
Amongst the individuals that are all gathered there for you, you actually do recognize 2 of them. This hulking titan of a man with a tattoo on his neck. You recognize Cobra, who is stoic and just kind of quietly watches from the SUV. One of them.
Mm-hmm.
And the other, very calmly approaching the group, kind of looking to... seemingly, it looks like she's actually gravitating towards you and shifting the way all of the followers of Set gather so that you become like the centerpiece of conversation instead of Strategos Rollins.
Awesome.
And so Khalees, she's kind of stands directly facing you, big smile on her, and she is dressed very well. The rest of those who are present, a lot of them are kind of wearing black fatigues and combat boots and They're not really rocking the suits like the Venture are in this.
A lot of turtlenecks here.
A lot of turtlenecks. But she is actually in like a very nice dark red dress. Then, coming out of the middle town car is a very petite woman who has black hair, dark eyes. She's adorned with like a great deal of like gold jewelry, and she carries herself in a way that very clearly indicates to you that she is not from the modern world.
Great. This is my first meeting with Nosfret.
This is the first time you have seen Nosfret.
Okay. Yeah, I've dealt with Khalees before, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah. I probably tense up a bit like that and really want to check my weapons, but no, that's a really bad idea right now.
Bad time to check your weapons.
Right.
Marcos kind of like gives you a reassuring nod, ready to lay his life down for you.
I give him a nod back and make sure he's just like a little bit farther back because he is definitely not.
He's here to do whatever it takes.
I got it. He's super good, but he is also super not as good with weapons as he is like books and people.
He's courageous.
Yes, that's true. He is very.
From the two FCVs, there are these big-ass metal containers that are pulled out, and they are carried to the trio of Venture. And they're set down. Khalees turns to the servants, and she's like, go ahead and open it up. They open it up, and inside there are automatic weapons stacked on top of each other. Tons of ammunition. It looks like enough weapons to, like, arm a small militia.
That's very odd. I haven't heard that much movement.
It's very odd indeed. You see, we haven't made a sale like this in quite some time. The Venture haven't needed it. But your sire has a great deal of interest in these weapons. We were hoping you might be able to explain to us why they are needed.
Was that part of the deal?
Well, the deal was made in a bit of a rush. And as I understand it, we're the only ones who can complete our side of the deal.
That's possibly true, but at the same time, you also did agree to it, based on the original terms set out, did you not?
I should warn you that Nosfret isn't a lady who negotiates. I think you're misunderstanding the relationship here. We keep the Venture clan in power, and in exchange, we are provided aid when we seek it. And the aid we seek right now is to know what has happened in New Haven to warrant this. Upton actually gives you a little bit of a nervous look.
It seems there has been increased violence on the streets and random carjackings and such. It's who knows what exactly my sire wishes with these guns, per se, but they're delivered. I imagine the price has been paid already.
She gives a cynical, mean-spirited laugh and points at you. You don't know. And she looks at the other two Ventures like, who here actually knows why you're at this meeting? And Arabella, completely stoic, shows no indication that what she is saying is affecting her at all. Upton gives this, like, embarrassed side-eye.
God, he's such an embarrassment.
Please tell me that was not said out loud.
No. That was a lot of internal monologue. There was a huge inward sigh.
I see. Nosfret requires this information. What the Hierophant seeks, she shall have. I give you these weapons. I hope you brought enough men to actually move them. But very soon we require answers to our questions, or we will begin entertaining other offers that have been made. The kindred of your domain are not so loyal as you might think.
We will see what we can do.
No, you will do it.
Of course.
She turns and, like, walks swaying her hips, just completely full of herself. And over the course of a minute or two, the followers are set back up, and they drive off. Upton looks pretty concerned. Miles, why does your sire want this?
Does it matter?
Yes.
Then you must put it through to him.
The only reason that he might want weapons stocked up here in New Haven is if he thinks there's going to be some sort of fight here in New Haven.
Possibly, or they're moving through. Look, I can try to find out, but we cannot just let the Setites keep pushing us around here.
I hope you understand what I'm going to explain to you. But I don't know that I'm in complete control of the city anymore.
That's unnerving to hear.
There seems to be other players that are very dangerous.
Yes. What would you like to do about it?
I would like to kill them, but I don't know that that's actually terribly viable.
No.
It would create a vacuum, and
I think there would
go
be
into it.
more problems than that.
Into the vacuum. What other problems would you see?
Killing people begets more killing.
What does that even mean? They can kill anyone. They're dead.
Yeah. Regardless, it's not always, and usually not, the most viable solution.
Very well, Miles. Let's try to go sign placing you in charge of the situation.
That's right, it is.
Please see to it in that we are no longer in need of the aid of the fellows of Set.
I will do my best.
And that we don't lose power.
Of course. We should never lose power.
Yes, agreed.
I'm going to need help loading these.
Call your friends. He goes and he gets in the car, and
I look at
he fucking
Arabella.
leaves you and Arabella's just like, she's shaking and forces her hands down at her side and looks at you, maintaining her composure, but letting just enough slip to kind of make it clear that she is not in support of what she is seeing.
I look at her and I'm like, I'm not close enough. You need to either protect him or move, because he's getting worse.
I don't know that either of those are true options. But I'll tell you this. My sire has leaned on clan loyalties for quite some time. And he has used them to his benefit, but has not provided very much to those who would lend their aid. Despite the illusion of clan loyalties, we have to keep ourselves alive. Upton is going to end up dead before this is over.
I'm going to have to report this to my sire. If things are happening in New Haven, we can't be this
Listen to me.
weak.
Upton is going to end up dead. And we need to decide where we were when Kindred Society looks back on that night. She gets in her car and she leaves.
I look over at the two cases. I'm like, you still couldn't fucking help me move these?
Nope, good luck. Just fucking leaves you.
She just got a manicure, man.
Domino, how exactly do you want this handled? Starts like gingerly pointing at the giant metal cases.
I'm going to call my friends. You get us a U-Haul.
U-Haul.
Unless you think we have enough funds to just buy a big enough car right now. But that would require paperwork.
How big do you think they make cars? You know, I'm going to go take care of this.
I mean, I don't want another SUV. SUVs are bad. Do you see all the Setites driving SUVs? We can't be doing that.
It's the 90s. Miles, everyone drives SUVs.
Yeah, it doesn't mean we have to do it. There has to be a better option.
Very well, let us use the better option and rent a U-Haul. I will see to it posted.
Look, we need to find another vehicle that's bigger anyway, so...
U-Haul. You have...
In general. I meant for right now, we need something sizable. I need to now carry around 5 people. At least.
I'll see what I can find. Maybe we can get one of those fancy Humvees.
That sounds appealing.
A nice big yellow one. It's very fancy.
We need a little bit more subtle than that. Maybe a red.
Perhaps goldenrod.
A red Hummer.
You're right. Probably blue.
It would replace the one that's missing now.
The midnight blue?
Yes.
Yeah, it does need repairs.
Repairs.
A man can
It is less than half of the car you started with.
make the calls.
Yes, of course.
Let me mourn my car.
He escorts you back, kind of relieved that he didn't have to fight his way out there.
I will call Johnny.
Johnny inspects his beeper, sees that he's being...
Johnny has a ton of messages, like dozens,
Wow, how the hell did I let this go so bad?
and it's all like from the same number,
Okay.
save for one.
What's the one number?
One's from him, and then the rest is from one other number that you don't recognize.
What the hell? Alright. Neil, you got a pen?
Yeah. Here.
Thanks.
It's a stupid novelty pen.
It's absolutely a novelty pen, and when you turn it down, the bikini goes up the lady.
Yep. It was going to be that level of classy. That was a guarantee.
Hey, can you dial a number for me, please?
Yeah, I guess so.
He writes down the number that he missed all the messages from, and then he's, he starts reading out, Miles' number.
Yeah, but, that's... You could have just said Miles.
You know his number?
Miles? He bought me this phone.
How do you... Alright.
It's just saved in the phone. What are you talking
You can
about?
save a number of the phone?
Oh my god. I hold down the number 1 until it auto dials. Because this is a Nokia. Oh, you want it? Okay.
Kind of awkwardly holds the phone up to his ear.
This should be ringing.
I'm assuming this is Johnny?
Hey, I got through. He
Okay.
lifts up a thumbs up.
Great.
What's going on?
I need somebody to come help me carry some stuff.
Alright, what kind of stuff you need me to carry?
2 big, large boxes.
You need me to carry 2 boxes?
I'm really not key to discuss the content.
Well, how big are we talking?
They're
I have no idea.
6 feet long, approximately. About 2 feet high.
I thought you were going out to get some clothes or something.
Oh, those are all closed, but no, that's not where the shops are closed today.
Alright. Alright, yeah, I can get over there. Where are you at?
I'm on the western edge of the city. I give him the address, essentially.
It's not in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, that was the point. I'll
Okay.
explain later. I just don't feel like doing this over the phone.
Alright, sounds fine. Give me an hour.
Yeah,
I'll be out there.
Marco should be getting a ride over to you guys soon. That'll be used to carry this.
Oh, alright, well, once,
Yep,
whenever Marcos gets here with the ride, then I can get over there as soon as I can.
sounds good.
How do you, Neil, how do you...
Hit the red button. There's one that's red, there's one that's green. You know, okay. Beep. Nope, you're done. Just give me the phone. Bye, Miles. Click. Actually,
You're not gonna tell him I love you?
man, no.
Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you also dial this number?
Do you want it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello?
It is the voice of a very young woman.
Can I help you?
Who are you?
Who the hell is this?
No. Who's this?
Johnny just kind of takes the phone and hangs up.
Was it like a wrong number?
Yeah, I think so.
It was like a telemarketer or something? They call these sometimes.
Yeah.
Looks to me like that telemarketer was selling bad feelings.
Johnny just kind of storms off to like the foyer area and starts rooting through Miles' stuff looking for like a white pages or
Yeah.
he'll go through looking for some names in the white pages from a time before long past. I don't know if his wife is still going by Saxon or not.
You find that she is.
What's the number that is listed there for her?
It is the number on your beeper.
But that wasn't her on the line.
No, it was a little younger.
Jenny, you okay?
I gotta talk to Weathers.
To Weathers?
Yeah.
Sounded a little dainty to be Weathers.
Yeah,
If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to talk about it. Everybody's got their secrets.
But if there's a way we can help.
the hell did you come from?
She's been sitting on the couch
Yeah,
right
we-
there. You just walked past them to go to
We've
get the phone book.
Been here.
He looks really startled that there are other people in the room.
You need a breather?
Need to know why the fuck Weathers is giving out my phone number to people.
Is he the only one who has it?
No. There's no such thing as secrets.
You also have a business card that you tried to give Ramirez.
Despite what I just said.
If you've given out any of those, it's out there.
The beeper goes off. It starts buzzing.
He crushes the beeper in his hand.
Okay. Because I think Johnny needs a little alone time.
Yeah, what did Miles need?
He's got something weird going on. He needs a couple of cases of something moved somewhere. One was being real cagey about it. I guess Marcos is coming by with a truck or something.
Alright, are you good to take that on your own, or do you need a hand?
No, I can. I'll be fine getting taking care of that. Can the two of you help make sure she gets something inside of her?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Britta, you're gonna feed tonight, right?
Yeah, Johnny, I'm gonna do it.
Remember what I said.
If talking to people's going to be a little too much, we can do it my way.
What's your way?
I don't want to hear it. He heads out and goes over to where the garage is, wherever Marcos would pull in a truck. Because I'm sure this is not the first time that Johnny has moved things for Miles. Or
It's honestly not too long of a wait before Marco shows up with like a 16-foot U-Haul, and he's like, "Here's your truck."
he said they were
Puzzle
6-foot cases. You think this is what we need?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Marcos, what exactly am I getting into here?
By the way, this is way too much for like a truck to move to 6 foot. But he seems to think so. What's that?
Do I need to know anything about what I'm getting into here?
I think it's just moving 2 containers.
Does he still have weapons or anything on him?
Yeah, he does. He starts offloading the gun. There's like a fucking like big knife they had like hidden in his
Crocodile
like,
Dundee level knife.
All right, Marcos. Kind of pat him on the shoulder, hop up in the truck, and we'll head to the location that Miles asked me to go to.
Okay. It's pretty uneventful. He picks you up.
Well, considering the fact that I actually have the advantage of open road, it certainly is uneventful.
Yeah, he just picks up your package.
I'm also geared to boot and power suit and just full on attack.
You're wearing a katana?
Yeah, it's not the first time you've seen me yet.
So you were really expecting things to go down. What the hell's in these cases?
Automatic weapons.
Johnny opens them up.
Yep.
We're gun running now?
No. We're gun holding.
Is there anything else about this I need to know?
This is a... Things might be happening in New Haven, possibly.
Using his potence of 3, Johnny loads up the cases onto the truck.
Oh yeah, it's pretty easy.
I don't know yet, to tell you the truth.
Where'd you get these from?
Set tights. I didn't set it up. I was just a receiver.
This all seems janky as hell.
Well, things are probably going to get worse. So,
You did this deal all on your lonesome?
I was called in last minute.
It's clan business?
Hmm.
All right. I'll keep the rest of my questions to myself then.
Anything else going on? That's a yes.
I don't know how she found it. I think my daughter found my pager number.
No, she didn't find it. Someone gave it to her.
Gave
You
it to
pissed
her?
off somebody. A few somebodies quite recently. Who knows which one. But that is quite easily the biggest pressure point for you.
He starts kind of like rapidly blinking, and you can feel that he's starting to actually get a little bit worked up. So, are you saying that people know about her? Someone like Shaw?
It's a good bet. But you had a deal worked out with Weathers, didn't you?
Yeah.
We need to check on that. He should. If not, we'll get maybe a PI or
Where
something on that.
are we bringing these?
They're going back to my place for now. Apparently, I get to hold them.
Do you wanna call Weathers and see if you can figure out if he knows about any of this bullshit before I go storming into his office and make a mess?
Yes. Though I'm betting Weathers doesn't know a lot.
All
But I
right.
can have him check on his resource. We'll see what we can do from our side.
All right. You riding with me?
Yeah. I don't have any other way to get out of here.
Miles and Johnny load up into the 16-footer and start heading back towards his place.
Okay. So, as you're waiting for everyone to regroup so that you can lead them back, when you find yourself hearing the sounds of a diesel engine pulling up as the U-Haul returns.
I suppose since probably most of the shops are closed today, this would be and also I don't really want to put this off much longer. We should go look at what's in my fridge.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. We got a lot of problems and a lot of things to look into, but some of them require either the shops to be open or I got to go to the town hall tomorrow night. But it's New Year's. They're closed.
I guarantee they're closed.
Yeah, it's New Year's.
But that being said, we're also probably going to need to call in some reinforcement on this. There's
more than like you and Johnny.
Yeah, there's some stuff the gangrel have been working on for a while. I want to call in Raven.
Like the local gangrel or like as a clan?
Little column A, little column B.
Oof.
Yeah.
Who is Raven?
Raven is... It's hard to explain what she is in terms of what she represents in the Gangrel Society versus what she represents to Kindred Society. She is a very old gangrel. She knows a great deal. And she seeks to protect. And she has done an awful lot to preserve the masquerade in New Haven without the Camarilla ever knowing about it.
I know your first night was a little bit of a rush of experiences and emotions, but do you recall the prince calling Wynn up to ask about stuff?
Yes.
Raven related to that, Wynn?
Raven used to be our Imogen. Okay. She has always been more than that, but when Xavier left, she knew her place wasn't in the Camarilla anymore. And there's an awful lot going on that I don't even... We forgot to tell her about the sun. I don't know how to start talking about some of the Xavier things that are going on.
Extraordinarily fair.
Well, then let's start with what we can handle, right? I mean, what do we need with the thing in the fridge?
You think we need to talk to Raven?
I think we're going to need to talk to Raven about it, and that means we're going to need to get into contact with Raven.
How do you plan on even doing that? The prince was throwing a hissy fit about not being able to find the gangrel recently. Like, how are you going to do it?
I have a messenger.
Okay, that's fair. I don't know why I asked that question.
I think you hear some banging and stuff from downstairs as we brought containers through the back, cellar entrance.
The Bilko doors.
And then we'll probably clomp back up upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Before everybody gets around, do you, before they come back upstairs in a couple of seconds here, do you, messengers and stuff, and you can be as honest as you're capable of being in this, do you need us to walk out of the room for you to do some stuff, or is it...
No.
Okay.
You can
I want to give you your privacy if you... everybody's got their things they don't want to talk to people about.
I appreciate that. Speaking of which, are you okay today? You didn't join the party last night.
You were missing for hours.
Yeah. We don't have to talk about it right now.
So probably about this time we come upstairs, and I'm still geared to all get out. Just full-on battle regalia.
Wow.
It was a meeting.
Hey, Miles, nice sword.
You've seen it before. Why does everybody keep saying that?
Because you don't bring it out for company like you did.
Yeah, I can't drag it around the streets all the time.
I know, which means when you bust it out, something's going on.
And you came in theoretically
Miles,
from the street.
Well, you could just put it different.
Yeah, he dresses up for the occasion, doesn't he?
Yep. Speaking of which, since the stores were closed, we were thinking we should go check on the thing in my fridge.
Yes, better to deal with that before it gets worse. Who knows what's happened to it?
Yeah, that's really... I'm hoping it's still there.
I'm hoping it hasn't done anything different since you put it in the fridge.
Like decomposed?
Stay there. No, I'm just hoping it stayed dead.
That's really kind of what I'm hoping for as well.
That makes sense.
But anyway, I think I was telling Britta and Neil that we need to get in touch with Raven because she's going to have more insight on this situation.
Is she going to want to get involved?
I suspect she knows a lot about it based on some of the projects she's worked on in the past.
All right.
There is a storm coming to New Haven, so let's try and head it off as best we can.
There's an awful lot of storms coming to New Haven.
I'm aware.
What do you know?
That there's a storm coming to New Haven.
Yes.
A lot of people are going to get hurt.
You're talking about a metaphor.
I'm
Sorta.
not.
It's tough to tell.
We're not talking about a physical storm like a tornado.
It's tough to tell.
That.
I'm not talking about a physical storm.
Look, it's going off the rails for me at this point about exactly what we're talking about, so I'm gonna go and
I just want to know what...
One can be a herald of the other.
Oh, boy.
I am not talking about a weather phenomena storm.
Neither am I. Good.
Okay.
I don't know if I am or not.
All right, it's good to
As
keep your
always,
options
helping
open.
the conversation move forward.
I am going
Just trying to
to,
be
speaking
honest.
of conversations to move forward, I am going to go and find Chaps, and I am going to see about sending him to find Raven.
Oh, it's a person.
No, it's not. It's
Well,
a
it
fisher
wasn't a
cat.
food piece of clothing, because I was very questioning that choice for a second there.
No, I don't wear chaps.
You're like, I need to find some chaps. Wait, they're battle chaps?
Yes. Also, now we need to add that to the list for shopping purposes, because I need battle chaps now. No, it's gonna happen. It's okay.
It's my fault. I'm sorry.
But...
Chaps
wow.
aren't a bad thing to have.
I know. Oh, boy.
That being said, I am going to go find my fisher cat, whose name is Chaps.
Do we expect...
Probably not in the nice part of the city. You want to head out to the park, or?
Yeah, I should probably find... I could also just find any random animal, but Chaps is going to work a lot better.
Do I have to ask, did you guys actually manage to get her out to get her fed?
Not yet.
Johnny makes a sour face.
We'll get around to it.
We've been up for like an hour. We've got time.
We need to do it along the way somehow.
All right.
I don't want to go into an unknown situation with an old gangrel with somebody's
Well, we don't...
iffy on the
Yeah,
control.
yeah.
All right, well, let's go to the park. We can start heading to my place. There's usually kids hanging around East Rock Park, camping. Even at this time of year, they go out to get away from their parents, especially if they want to try stuff.
Does anyone need anything? I don't have a lot of concealable hardware currently.
I'm going to look
What do you
really
mean?
out of place walking around January in a t-shirt.
I have coats, yes.
Okay. Are they leather?
It's probably a pea coat.
That's fine. Wool's fine.
Britta probably needs a jacket too.
Right.
Do you know if Marcos ever found the gloves?
I'm sure he did. He's very capable.
All right.
We'll get you geared up. It looks like you're pretty handy with a gun, so you might as well have one.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, does anyone know where my shoes are?
Where did you last see
not know
them?
where your shoes are?
Did you have them
Neil
when we...
sort of looks sheepishly down at his bare feet and back up, like, oh, that had not occurred to
betting
him.
they're in the backyard since you came in full of mud.
You could have done that with shoes on.
That makes sense.
Excuse me.
I'll be right back.
I am berating you right now for doing so.
Okay, well, consider myself berated.
Very
I
good.
just wander around in the backyard.
You guys gonna take a few minutes to get geared up before we head out?
Yeah, a couple things.
I'm gonna go walk down to the corner and grab a pack of cigarettes. Be back. Johnny heads out.
Find some clothing for them, nondescript, and then
Wynn still pulls on her old boots. And she tucks her dad's gun into her
I
waistband.
need to take a moment. Britta, we've talked about a couple of the things that your blood can do and stuff. I've seen you use this unconsciously. You can also, it seems, exert a presence. You can use a supernatural charm of sorts. This might help you in hunting in the future. It will help. It's just like a predator animal. It's an ability to help you feed.
The same way that I managed to get the people to turn away from the car?
Right. It seems like an unconscious effort. I think if you use that and possibly focus it, it may help you take control of the situation.
I think that could help, yeah.
That very much puts the power back in your hands.
Also, here's a heavy pistol.
That's
Here's a shoulder rig. Goes in there very nicely.
Do I know how to put on a shoulder rig?
Yeah, she just slings it right on and tucks the weapon, checks the mag, like all of it.
Do you remember anything else? Do you know how to use anything else?
This seems,
Comfortable.
very.
You said when you kind of saw things before, you said there was a man with you?
Yes, it was kind of hard to tell because everything was, well, black and white, but he had a beard, his skin seemed very dark.
very dark orb.
Well, I mean, it looked
Like, what?
it looked completely black, but
The whole thing was black and white, too.
Guys, I found my shoes.
Good job, buddy.
What are you talking about?
I'm sure they're
Her vision.
Oh.
very dry. Please don't. You just stand over there. Do not come inside. I bring you a towel.
Britta, you ever want to talk about seeing patterns and things? I'm around.
if these visions Britta sees...
Yeah, Miles is basically like slightly out of eye line, being like shaking his head.
Britta, like, uses her peripheral vision pretty well, probably using a smidge of Auspex, and just dips her head a little, not in the way that would seem like a communication, but trails off as she says, if these visions continue to happen, we can look into it.
Okay. Neil has enough empathy to just... Okay. And he sort of like quietly backs off and cleans his feet and puts his shoes on.
Everybody ready? So once when Johnny gets back, we'll get to go.
Yeah. Lex, is East Rock Park within walking distance of Miles's place?
A little bit of a long walk, but
Okay.
like it can be done. It's just kind of an inconvenient one.
Okay. Would that provide us more opportunity to find food for Britta?
Not in January.
Okay.
At night in January, the streets are kind of...
We're just
pretty
gonna have
dead.
to take multiple cars.
Corner store is a little bit of a walk. He's actually kind of like a nicer
Yep.
area where they're a little more infrequent.
Yeah.
But yeah, you arrive to a corner store. They're selling Lucy's and packs.
I will get a pack of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do they happen to have any kind of just like shitty spare beepers?
Like the really shitty ones, yeah.
Yeah, perfect.
It's
One of
like the
those.
little like cute red ergonomic ones, like the little tiny beepers when they're like when technology was getting like crazy and everything was getting smaller and smaller.
Yep.
It's like that big. It's like a little.
No, that'll be
that
perfect.
one. That one's not going to be good. I'll take that bedazzled one, the one that's a little bit bigger.
All right, they give you like it's got like rhinestones going on.
Yeah, but it's more Johnny sized for his fingers.
Yeah, it's like reinforced with like rhinestones.
Yeah.
They're structural rhinestones.
Does this place have like a bathroom or anything here?
Yeah,
Pretty sparse for people, right?
it's got like a bathroom. It's got one key attached to like a big like door jamb.
Yeah. Just one person working the place.
Yep.
Gotcha. I pull out a $1. Can I get change for that?
Kind of give you a look like you're.
I need to make a call.
They take it, and they set 4 quarters down on the counter for you.
Snatch them up. Go outside to the payphone.
Mm-hmm.
Load it and pull a little booklet out of my back pocket. Flip through it and find Weathers' number. Punch in and call up Weathers.
Who's this?
Saxon.
How goes?
Having a night, Weathers. I got it pulls open the beeper. I got a new number for me.
Sure, let's get it.
Gives him the new number for the beeper.
He takes it down.
Weathers, you selling boons on me?
Excuse you,
You telling people about my family?
John. I think this is the second time you called my loyalty to this clan into question. So I'm going to back this conversation up, and you're going to ask me a new fucking question.
Weathers, I think somebody knows about my family that shouldn't know about my family. Do you have any idea who that might be?
We can find out. That's for damn sure.
All right.
What else do you know about it?
I know that I think my daughter was calling my beeper at night. I don't know how she would have gotten that number.
You can hear him exhale, like kind of just recognizing. I'll tell you what, if I had to guess, I think we're guessing the same people.
Yeah.
I'm calling the rant
When?
soon. If he's responsible one of his guys knows. Enough of his guys are Bruja that if we call a rant, they'll be there without him. That gives us a chance to find out.
You let me know.
Keep your eye on the news.
Also, Weathers, you heard anything else about the city?
What do you mean?
Keep an eye out. I think we got some bad news coming to town soon.
I'm gonna need more than that.
I'm not trying to sell out any members of my coterie. But we got some serious business in town going down.
Don't mention your coterie. But what kind of business are we talking?
Moving weapons with trucks.
It's the Anarchs?
No?
Alright. That's not good.
A lot of weapons.
I need you to find out where those weapons came from. And where they're going.
We'll talk more when we get closer to that ramp.
Alright.
You just stay sharp.
You got some questions, put it on the agenda.
Weathers, I'm sorry
Now,
sorry I
mention
called
it.
you like that.
You didn't ask me that question, so
Thanks.
we're good. He hangs up. Do you head back?
Yep,
or you
Johnny
just-
starts heading
okay.
back.
On your way back, you kind of like hear the footfalls of someone following you.
He tries to delicately shoot a glance backwards to see if he can spot who it is.
Person bumps into you and you like kind of like look back. Whoa, Johnny! And you recognize Kabir.
Hey! Kabir! What the hell are you doing here?
What the hell are you doing here?
I was seriously about to turn around and, jack you into the wall here.
Oh. Kind of like take a step back.
No. I mean, you're good, man. I was just getting a pack of cigarettes and calling into the office there.
Oh.
Lost another beeper tonight.
Why don't you just get a phone?
Well, the beepers are cheaper, and I'll probably break just as many phones, so...
Why don't you just not break phones?
You know me. That's never gonna happen.
Why are you on this side of town?
Miles,
Oh.
what are you on this side of town for?
No, I'm walking.
Alright, what's going on?
I don't know if I should tell you,
Which means you should tell me.
but I have to talk to Wynn.
To win.
And I know that you know her.
Yeah,
I need you to put in a good word for me.
of course.
No, you need to understand something.
Yeah.
Wynn is Gangrel. I am Ravnos. Not good, my friend.
Yeah, you always say that, but you
Not
never
good.
really explained that.
I don't really have an explanation. I just know that it's not good.
Alright, well, I got nothing but good words for you, Kabir. And you're in luck. Wynn's actually back at Miles' place.
But does she like you?
Oh, Wynn thinks I'm great.
Great. All right.
No, we and her, we get along real well. Don't worry, I put a good word for you, it'll be fine.
All right. You put in a good word. I'm going to take care of this thing I need to take care of. And then maybe I'll beep you.
Rips open his cigarette, offers one over.
Kind of like helps himself to a cigarette.
Oh, you want the new number?
Yes.
Yeah. Gives him the new
Yeah,
number.
he notes it down. He doesn't have a phone.
Yeah. So what's this thing you gotta take care of with Wynn? Lights up the cigarette, lights up Kabir.
The gang will have a problem. We have a problem. We might have the same problem. So I thought it might help.
Does it have to do with weird fleshy things running around the woods?
No, she turns and walks away.
Where are you going?
Just goes.
Kabir!
Thank you for the cigarette.
She's this way!
I know. Just kind of keeps going. I'll beep you.
Fucking Ravnos.
You otherwise make it back to the house unaccosted.
Right on.
You're right, I think we do have a vehicle that can sit all five of us.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I don't know why we just don't take that one all the time. You're the only one with a car.
Because it's boring.
Boring is okay for certain occasions if it means we all take one car.
I'm not.
Johnny bangs the front
No
door,
one's gonna
but stays outside because he's still smoking.
No
That's
one's gonna
Johnny,
accuse
you
you,
can tell.
of being boring, Miles.
I grabbed the BMW keys.
You're, I don't know. You're not gauche or whatever.
You just using words that you
It's like
heard.
a $12.
Frazestat.
I want to open the front door. Yeah, they're arguing about cars.
I think we were heading out towards him.
Hey, when I was down at the corner store, I bumped into Kabir.
That's weird.
Your warrior poet friend with all the advice?
Yeah. He's kind of just lucky like that. I guess he was actually asking about you, Wynn.
Did I piss him off?
No. He was actually wondering if he could talk to you. I guess his clan, the Ravnos, they have a problem that. Yeah, I know. I know you guys have some kind of beef going back, but he actually wants to talk to you about something. I guess they have a problem that might be a gangrel problem.
The Ravnos have lots of problems.
Look, Kabir's he's on the level. He's the whole reason that I survived to be the wonderful example of a kindred that stands before you.
Oh, so we have him to blame.
That's right.
Good to know.
Look, if it wasn't for him, I'd be dead in a ditch somewhere near Chicago. All right?
Do we have a way of getting in touch with him?
He'll call me.
Once we have our information, maybe he'll call. And we can talk about
He
mutual problem solving.
He generally shows up or is heard from right when he needs to be. He's charmed that kind of way.
All right. I would rather hear what information we have first. So maybe his semi-charmed kind of life will bring him back our way at a convenient point.
I told him I was going to see you now, but he said he had something else he had to take care of.
Yeah, he doesn't actually want to talk to me or be in my presence.
What is the deal between your clans?
Long story. We have a refrigerator to go investigate.
All right.
Yeah, concrete, tactile proof of tangible problems would be good
Yeah.
right now.
By the
sink
way,
teeth into.
the corner store is pretty empty right now. There's one guy behind the counter who is pretty bored looking, and there is a bathroom that maybe somebody could convince him to go into for a little bit. He looks over at Britta.
I'll give it a go.
Just pretend like you're going in to get a Coke, except you're going in to seduce the cashier into the bathroom so you can drink his blood.
He's just a Coke.
I mean, that is factually what she's doing. It's a really grotesque way to put it for somebody who's scared.
I mean, that's not my problem with it. I just don't.
Johnny,
I just wouldn't do it from like a store clerk.
I promise I'm not trying to distract from the point. It's just that you said that Kabir, right?
Yeah.
You said that he's always exactly where he needs to be when he needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
And he left? As in, he didn't think he needed something from you?
No, he asked me to go talk to Wynn to put in a good word with him.
But
With her.
Yeah, it's funny. He just randomly bumped into you on the street and then walked off.
That's Kabir.
did something change?
Which would make me feel any better at all.
He got reassurance that he was going to talk to me, I'm guessing.
Look, we have to make one stop for this.
The Ravnos are one of those families that's not necessarily part of the Camarilla. They don't tend to just stick around the domain. And
Does he have hospitality?
probably.
Oof.
Let's go with yes for now.
Let's assume yes until we know otherwise.
Then-
That is
said it.
not how hospitality works.
No, it's not. But I don't.
Oh, I'm trying to set good examples for Britta.
Okay, fair enough. But at this point, I don't really have the.
Let's get her fed.
The group of you segue out of the house and away.
Path of Night is an actual play Vampire the Masquerade podcast set in the classic world of darkness. Britta, the unknown new embrace, was played by Rebecca Steigelfest. Johnny Saxon the Bruja was played by Garrett Gabbey. Miles Davenport the Ventrue was played by Tim Davis. Neil Foster the Malkavian was played by Rob Muirhead. Wynn Cabot the Gangrel was played by Erika Webb. Your storyteller was Lex Lopez. Recording by Rebecca Steigelfest. This episode edited by Rob Muirhead. The music used in this episode was January Grunge Love Fest by Technoax. Visit them online at technoax.com. TEKNOAX.com. Path of Night uses the 20th Anniversary Edition rule set of Vampire the Masquerade with a few limited house rules. Vampire the Masquerade and the Storyteller system are owned by Paradox Interactive. Make sure to subscribe to us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Follow us on Twitter at Path of Night Pod, on Facebook at facebook.com/Path of Night Podcast, or email us at pathofnightpodcast@gmail.com. See you next time, Kindred.
On a side note, I had to bite my tongue during the Setite scene because I was just like, so is Nofrit the commander or is Cobra commander?
I like that Nofrit showed up, didn't talk once, and left.
Oh, it's so good because she's an elder. That's how she do.
That bitch a pharaoh.